If you start walking towards a goal that you have set for yourself in your mind, whether it's bettering something you've already got or getting something you don't presently have, it means something to you. It burns inside and you want it, you desire it, you need it. And the only way that you are going to get it is by putting in the work. When you begin that work, there are several times along the journey, whether it be a week into it, a month into it, 6 months into it, a year into it, there are going to be periods of time when things become exceptionally difficult. There's going to be challenges that need to be overcome. There's going to be many moments where you might feel like turning back and going back to your old way of living and not attaining that goal, just giving up on the whole thing completely, because it would be a lot easier to do that. The thing is, if you do that, you make 100% certain that that goal that you had in mind, that vision that you had for your life, is never going to happen. The second you decide that I am going to stop walking towards this goal because it's too hard, it's too difficult, the second you do that, you make certain that you will never, ever have it, and nobody else is going to do it for you except yourself. You are the only one that can put in the work that is required to improve, better yourself, and get something that you don't have. Nobody else cares enough to do it for you. If you can't even be bothered to do it for yourself, I'm not saying this offensively, but if you can't even be bothered to do it for yourself, what makes you think that somebody else is going to do it for you, or that it's just going to magically happen? If it's difficult and you don't even want to put in the work to benefit yourself, where else is it going to come from without relying on extremely low odds? The only thing I just thought of then is if it was your goal to get a lot of money and you're relying on the lottery. It's just never going to happen. You've got to make it for yourself. You've got to do these things yourself. But the most amazing thing is that you must never forget is that it will be so simplistic to you that future, if you keep going on this journey and don't turn back, that future you will laugh at past you, which is present you, at the fact that you found it difficult. Now, I don't know what you have trained for in your life, or I don't know what adversities you have overcome in your life, but just picture it like this. If you go to the gym and you work out, when you first go, that first week of lifting, that first week of training, even the lightest weights are exceptionally heavy. And you keep going, and you keep going. You can lift heavier and heavier and heavier. You go back to that old weight and it feels like a feather. You can hold it with your fingertips. The old weight that you used to pull that was extremely challenging, now you can just fly it around like it's nothing. If you're a gymnast, maybe there was a move that you couldn't do. Maybe you couldn't do a certain kind of flip or any skill, an ice skater, whatever it is. When you look back at something that you couldn't do before because it was so difficult, and now you can do it with ease, it's the same with anything that you're trying to get in life. Yes, right now it might be difficult, but tomorrow it's going to be just as well, not tomorrow, but in the future it's going to be just as easy as you getting changed. I've said this in past videos as well, when it was exceptionally difficult once upon a time for you to tie your shoelaces when you were a child. I remember it like it was yesterday. I was on a campsite and my dad would not allow me to leave the place that we were at, I think we were in the bathroom at the time, without tying my own shoes, because I relied on him to always do it, and he wanted me to learn for myself, and I just couldn't do it. It was like trying to figure out a puzzle. It was extremely difficult. Now you can tie your shoes with your eyes closed. You can tie your shoes without even thinking about it. It's just tacit knowledge. So whatever it is that you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to acquire, you might find it extremely difficult now, but it will not remain that way forever. Tomorrow it'll be easy as brushing your teeth. In the future, the challenges you face today that you have overcome will be laughable. But if you don't overcome the challenges, that barrier will always be there. That barrier will always be in the way. You will always have the thought in my mind of, oh, I cannot do that thing. I am not capable of that thing. But if you just push through and keep going, learn, adapt, grow, and overcome, that thing that was once a goal and a challenge is laughable. You can do it with ease. So whatever it is that you are trying to accomplish in life, whatever you have start out to get, Do not stop until you reach the end. Persist until completion. Any adversities, any challenges, they are room for growth, and you will grow and you will overcome. And once you do, those things that were once hard will be extremely easy. Now, the funny thing is, when you overcome these things and something becomes easy, there's another thing that comes up that's going to be just as hard, and you need to push through that as well. You keep finding these new challenges, these new things, this brain of yours, that inner bitch. I made a video, it's my most viewed video, got 2,500 views, and funnily enough, I really couldn't be bothered making that video. That was a day where I wanted to give up. I will never, but there are many days along this journey, even of just making these videos every single day, where I really don't want to put myself out there. I really don't want to say something. I really don't want to stand in front of a camera and have people judging me for my way of thinking. That used to get in my way. That used to really bother me. I used to think, what if I put this out and someone disagrees with me, makes fun of me and this and that? Why am I putting myself out there just to be judged? But now, I really, that isn't even a thought to me anymore, because as I've said, when you have adversity, when you have a challenge and you overcome it, you push through anyway and keep going regardless, you grow, you become better. You don't really care about that anymore. Your mindset changes, you adapt, grow and overcome. So if you have started a journey, if you want something in your life, do not stop until you get it, because you will live your life in regret for not attaining the goal that you set out to get. And if you persist, you will get it. You will get it. With all that being said, my friends, I'll catch you all in the next video.